everybody. This is Blake with Xima Software, and I'm going to take you through today's tip and trick. For today's tip and trick, what we want to focus on is how to schedule a report. The great thing about Chronocaller, one of the great things I should say, is the fact that you can schedule reports to run on an automatic basis. Okay. So to start off with today, let's go ahead and log in. I'm just going to go ahead and log into my administrator account. One thing to keep in mind, you do have to have administrator privileges in order to schedule a report. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, there are two ways to do this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come here where mine says run/edit report. You might not have the edit there. I do have something called custom reports, and so if you don't have custom reports, yours will say run report. But I'm just going to go ahead and click on that run/edit there. And here I get my list of standard reports. Now, you can schedule any report to run automatically. And the way that I would do that, the first thing I need to do is I need to select the report that I would like to schedule. So we'll start here with our agent call summary. If I want to schedule this report to run, I just right-click on that report once I've selected it, and I come down here where it says Schedule Report. Once I do that, this window opens up, and all I have to do is answer a few questions in order to schedule this report to run on a, like I said, on an automatic basis. Now, the first thing it wants me to do is it wants me to name this schedule. So I'm just going to call this Test 1. You would call it, of course, whatever you want. But from here, I have three options for which I can choose to have this report sent to me. The first thing I can do is I can have it emailed as either an attachment or a link, if I want that as a link. I can have it saved to a server directory, or I can have it printed. I can actually do all three if I want. For today's purposes, I am actually just going to go ahead and select emailed, and all I would have to do is come in here and put in my email, or the emails of those for whom I'd like to receive this report. Okay, I can have multiple people, so the only thing I have to do or keep in mind is that if I'm going to have this sent to multiple people, I have to separate each email with a comma. Okay, so I would just come in here, put in that comma, and then I can put in the emails of those other individuals. Okay? Once I have that, I select my format. I have four options. I can do PDF, comma-separated value, Excel spreadsheet, and HTML. I'm just going to go ahead and leave with PDF, and then I will hit Next. From here, it's going to ask me, when do I want this to run for the first time? Now, before I make that decision, something I like to tell you guys to do is to go ahead and decide how frequently do I want this report. Do I want it daily, hourly, weekly? Once you have that in mind, I can come in here to where it says delivery time, click to define, and it pulls up a little calendar for me. Okay. If I want to do a weekly report, I can select any day, any time that I want that to run. But for today's purposes, let's go ahead and say I do want a weekly report. And I want this report to come on every Monday morning at, let's say, 7 a.m. Okay, and this is military time, so just keep that in mind. So if you're trying to do 7 p.m., that's going to be 1900 hours rather than 7 like this here. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But again, all I have to do is select the day that I want that to be delivered. The next coming day is the 29th of August, as you can see here. So that's a Monday. From there, after I've got my date selected and my time selected, I can go ahead and hit OK. Now I have the ability to select the frequency of that report. Like I said, I can do this weekly, but I can also do this hourly, daily. I can do specific days of the week and even monthly. Okay, so we'll go ahead and leave it with weekly, and then I can come in here, of course, and select how often. I can have it be every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, whatever my preference. Okay. From there, I just hit Next again, and once I do that, it's now going to say, okay, what information do you want this report to cover? The most important thing here, in my opinion, is the report time frame. So I can come into report time frame here first, and it's going to say, okay, now I've selected to have this report run weekly. It actually tells me up here it's going to run on August 29th, so that's next Monday. What I want on that report is the previous week. So say, for example, we're open Monday through Friday, so I would say the 22nd through the 26th. Now, what will happen at that point is on Monday the 29th, I will receive a report at 7 a.m. that covers the 22nd through the 26th. From there, that scheduler moves from the 29th to the 5th of September. And on the 5th of September, I will get a report that covers the 29th through the 2nd. And again, this will continue to reoccur until I basically tell it to stop. Okay, so I just select the time frame, like I said, that I want that to cover. Like I said, I want this as a weekly report. I've selected to have it be delivered on Mondays, 7 a.m., so I selected the previous week. Okay. From there, I hit OK, and then I can come in here and select the users. This, in particular, for this report, I would select my users. I can also select to add charts to that report. Charts are just graphs. If I want to add any charts or graphs, if you will, to that report, I can. And then from there, I would just hit finish. Now that report is scheduled to run. If I ever need to make changes to that, I can come back to the Chronicle menu, and under reports, I have a tab that says report scheduling. Under report scheduling, there's that report that I just scheduled, or there's the schedule for that report that I just created. Okay. Now, once I select that, I can come down here and hit Edit Schedule, which I can also do by hitting this little pencil icon right here. But I can also rerun this from a previous schedule, run it right now rather than waiting for next Monday. I can create another schedule using this same schedule as a template, of course, edit it, or I can even delete that schedule. Okay. Additionally, from here, I can also create a new schedule. Okay, so it's basically the same thing. I just come in here and select the kind of report that I want to schedule, and then from there I hit next, and I go through the same process all over again. So very simple to schedule those reports. Always reach out to us if you guys ever need any help. Our support staff is here to help you in any way that we possibly can. And other than that, have fun scheduling your reports. Thank you. Have a great day.